Rainbow Six Extraction is a neat standalone follow-up to Siege's Outbreak mode of 2018. It has potential, but is still to fully realise it. Rainbow Six Extraction is as much a trigger-happy horror game as it is a PvE tactical shooter. Best played in multiplayer, Extraction is all about hunting hostile and horrifying creatures in contained environments. Gathering intel and extracting fallen comrades who've succumbed to the new threat in battle will be your main focus. With the inclusion of familiar operators such as Vigil, Sledge and Doc, it's a competent expansion of Siege's universe. On the flip side, it also features a host of unfamiliar, insidious, parasitic and ability-wielding baddies, such as grunts, spikers and bloaters. All told, Rainbow Six Extraction is good at what it sets out to do. In its most frantic and explosive set pieces, it can be great. And in its quieter, more pensive, expositional moments, it can be terrifying. So why then does it feel lacking in identity? New York City marks the first of Rainbow Six Extraction's 4 main development areas, each of which boasts 3 separate locations. These central locations are spread across a trio of so-called subzones, wherein specific objectives determine how you'll explore and plunder each map inside of a 15-minute time limit. The game describes this as its infiltration-exfiltration loop, which might see you storming an NYC police station to collect biopsy samples on one mission, or wading through the sprawl-infested remains of a San Francisco casino to liberate a trapped VIP before legging it to the extraction zone in another. As you might expect, the deeper you go, the more experience you'll garner, and the tougher things will get. That experience will earn you better equipment, weapons, and tech over time, forcing the player to constantly balance the risk and reward of soldiering on. The breeds of Archeans you will face, and their various parasitic mutations, will increase in line with each incursion's difficulty. Moderate ventures only feature basic level enemies, while cautious, severe, and critical missions tend to feature a full ecosystem of foes, of which there are 10 types. And all of these nasties can mutate into tougher, more formidable beasts too, ranging from armoured nests that can spawn out unlimited Archeans, to invisible alien baddies. Those familiar with Siege will appreciate the nods to how Extraction set itself up in battle. Over and above smoke bombs, players are encouraged to send ground-running drones into danger zones to scope out targets, flag points of interest, and crucially, identify enemy placement. But unlike Siege, your Archean antagonists pay little mind to your reconnaissance tech wheeling around at their feet, giving you free roam until the batteries run out of juice. Similarly, environmental destruction plays its parts here. But the wiser you get to each Archean type's moveset, the more you realise busting down a partition wall with Sledge's hammer and going all gun-ho with a shotty is a last resort against pretty much any other plan of attack. Sleuthing around in the shadows and picking off prey undetected is instead a far better way of getting ahead. And it's in these moments where Rainbow Six Extraction shines, when it's doing its own thing, not striving to replicate Siege or be the next Left 4 Dead, when it makes you consider every decision, every action, and every consequence. While each incursion is composed of 3 distinct subzones, you can extract at any time, again underlining the importance of survival versus success. Live and make it off with whatever XP you've managed to scavenge, or die and lose it all. When things do go belly up, fallen operators are rendered MIA, placing them in a status foam within whichever map they've been downed. While you lose immediate control of that fallen operator, you will get the chance to rescue them, and whatever upgraded gear and tech they have equipped. All of the above can be tackled in single player mode, but it's invariably more fun with pals. In the absence of proper populated servers pre-release, we teamed up with 2 members of the GamesRadar team for some 3-player squad-based antics in crossplay, 2 of us playing on PS5 and the other on Xbox. Extraction is fully cross-playable on PC, PS5 and Xbox Series X via Ubisoft Connect, which automatically syncs up on PC and can be linked to the console profiles in-game. Not that going it alone in Extraction isn't fun, but there's something infinitely more entertaining about undertaking a specimen incursion while your buddies hum the Benny Hill theme tune through their headsets. Moreover, latter challenges involve travelling to alternative dimensions to take on shapeshifting Protean Archeans. These enemies mimic the likeness and skill set of React operators themselves. With an ensemble of 18 playable operators to send into the breach, upgradable tech including body armour, revive kits and scan grenades, and a handful of explosives and reinforcements to tinker with, Rainbow Six Extraction offers plenty beyond the battlefield. In the weeks following launch, Ubisoft plans to evolve the uber-challenging Maelstrom Protocol mode with weekly assignments and combat assault modes, promising to add plenty of flavour to the get in, extract, get out fundamentals of the Extraction core experience. The thing is, all of this depends on Extraction hitting the ground running and garnering that initial player base that it hopes to develop, sustain, and grow. With its inclusion in Xbox Game Pass Day 1, and the fact that the remainder of the month is relatively light on big releases, Extraction has a good chance of finding an audience in the short term. How Extraction will fare deeper into the year still remains to be seen. The fact that we're still talking about Rainbow Six Siege and Outbreak mode today speaks volumes for its long-lasting appeal. But by flying so close to its inspiration, Rainbow Six Extraction suffers a bit of an identity crisis. It's often good, but rarely great. In its darker, action horror-driven moments, it can be brilliant. But when it's forcing gratuitous gunplay that fails to live up to Siege's prestige, it can feel repetitive. If Rainbow Six Extraction is to achieve long-term success and build a healthy community, then it must play to its strengths. It must be its own thing, and it must escape the long shadow cast by the very source material responsible for its existence. We give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching this GamesRadar review. Let us know what you think of Rainbow Six Extraction down in the comments below, and remember to head over to GamesRadar.com for all the latest gaming coverage.